I got Mikey with me for sure.
Let's go. Got my confidence up, I got slide by Noah. He got me shining like mineral oil. Put me in the dough with them, my ties and boys. Let's go. Looking like I just won an award. The way that I'm chopped, I should go out on tour. I did it by myself like an entrepreneur. I know that she bad, that's the reason she spoiled. She liking me cause I'm chopped by Noah.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SliceGod, LilNoah, back with another video. And today, this is my first time client. Damn, I forgot what his name is. Okay, so his name Rob. I just looked back in my schedule from the other day. This is my guy Rob, first time client. Right now, I'm cutting his hair down to the waves. He wanted a low taper, so this was on the menu today. From the finish, cutting down his hair, make sure we get it even as possible. Then we're gonna attack that taper area. Me personally, I always like cleaning my workspace, clearing the hair up if I knock some down, because it gives me a clear way of thinking. Make sure I can like see my workspace area and it look cleaner. Other unnecessary hair is not in the way. But right now I'm brushing them down, make sure I get them waves popping. Like I said, we're gonna attack this tape. So first we start out with the first guideline, and it's the bald guideline. We simply just putting the line in to where we're going to start the tape off, and we bottom out the remainder hair at the bottom of it, basically the unnecessary hair that we don't need. Then I come back with my lever open on my clippers, and we starting off the second guideline. This is the guideline that I feel like is one of the most important guidelines, because this give it the gradiency from the skin to the hair. Like this where it gets real detailish to me. I don't even know if gradiency is a word, but if it is, this was describing what I mean by it. So I actually just looked it up, and I don't think it's a word, but on this channel I kind of make up words all the time. But if you a barber, you kind of just understand what I'm saying, just get what I'm saying or know what I mean by it. And you know, this is how we rocking. Now we working on this third guideline with the number 1 guard. And we going up by the fingers with length, and we just sitting in this guideline good enough to recognize where is it. And within each guideline, basically what I'm doing, I'm starting out with the lever open, and then I'm closing the lever that's on the side just a little bit. Like the lever on the side, for it to be open, you have to have it all the way down. When you bring it closer towards the blade, this is being closed. So within each guideline, I'm starting with the lever open, and I'm closing it little by little as I work my way down within that guideline. Not within the whole taper, just within that guideline I sit at the moment. Now I'm working with this 1.5 guard. Wasn't no need for the 2 guard on this particular taper. I always use the number 2 guard because I do a lot of mid tapers. But on this specific one, since it's a low taper, I'm trying to keep it as dark as possible right over the ear area. So anything beneath it, that's where I'm trying to get the most gradients and like detail and make it blend a lot. So we just gonna keep that area dark. And right now I got that lever open, and I'm using my corners, hidden spots, just taking this taper to the next level. And this is where you make your mark in this industry, detailing. Like NBA players, all NBA players, they had to been decent enough or good enough to make it to the NBA. But what make you a star player or all-star or superstar is that the details, that work ethic, like the extra mile, going the extra mile, putting in the extra work. And I feel like this the extra work I could have easily been done with the taper probably like a minute ago or whatever. Well, according to the video, but in some cases, if it takes the average barber like 4 minutes to do a taper, it might take me like 6 or 7 because I'm going the extra mile, doing the extra detail because I want my cut to stand out. Now for this back taper, it's basically the same steps. It's a bigger workspace though, so it's kind of different, but it's kind of easier because it's a bigger workspace. So what you do, you start off with that ball guideline, you set the line where you want to start your taper. And now I'm going in with that lever open on my clippers, and I'm setting it in, like I said, like a finger's width length, and I'm blending it out, closing my lever little by little within that guideline. Now it's on to the number 1 guard. And I'm doing the same thing. And I got this kind of sped up because it's basically the same steps as the side taper. Important keys I can give you though is make sure you're always combing, because you can run through the hair and make a guideline and it might not be the actual size that it should be when you comb it down. So make sure you comb it so you can actually see what's going on. Now I got that number 2 guard on, and I use it on the back because it's more bulk and a more bigger workspace to where I can kind of like, you know, finesse the blend or make this taper exactly how I want to. And then I throw that number 1.5 guard on, and I'm coming right under that to clean up. And then I come with that number 1 guard to kind of get, you know, when people have waves, it'd be kind of tough to use them bigger guards and get them out very good. So you got to go back down with a lower guard to attack them waves that look like weight lines, because you don't want weight lines in your blend because it's gonna look kind of choppy. So I go back down with a lower guard to attack those waves that kind of look like weight lines. Now I'm going back in with my lever open, and I'm basically just blending everything out from here on with this lever play. I'm going up into the high areas with this. I'm going at the bottom areas. This is my, like, you know, pick and choose moment, using the corner of my blade, and I'm just kind of like picturing the blend in my head and making it happen. You see how it look blended. Now it's time for the neck lined up on the sides, and I got my SliceGod sabers, and I'm hitting up this line, making sure I get it as crispy as possible. I'm still keeping it natural. He had a lot of overhang over his ears and stuff like that, but we keeping it natural as possible, so you ain't gotta never worry about that. And not to mention, I actually sold this whole setup that I'm using in this video to one of my followers and subscribers. His name Tylo. He had bought my whole clipper setup off me because I personally just got a new whole set, and I kind of just wanted to switch it up, go new everything, and bless somebody with some good clippers that I had in my arsenal for a great little minute. What I just did was knock the front hairline down with a 1 guard. I had knocked the overall head down with a 1.5, so you always go down with 1 guard level lower on the hairline, and then I hit it with some holding spray and freezed it. Now I'm attacking this curve, and then I'm gonna attack the vertical bar on this side and do the same thing on the other side. The best advice I can give you about hairlines is, if you a beginner barber, just like take it less as possible off. I don't want to say be scared cutting their hair, but just don't overdo it. Just, you know, take little increments off, like barely and stuff like that, just so you can kind of get a feel for it, or if you need to take more off, you can, but just don't go straight in trying to think you know what you're doing if you just starting off or whatever. Furthermore, into the real gem is to be able to keep it natural, but keep it crispy as possible still. Like, you can always keep it 100% natural, and it won't even look like they got a haircut, which a lot of people would not like. They probably won't come back to you because you can't give them a crispy cut. So it's like, keep it natural, of course. Like, don't overdo it, don't push nobody back, but it's definitely always a good amount where you can make a crispy cut and still keep it natural, where people ain't gotta see a lot of stubble growing back and stuff like that, because you gotta take hair off to make a line regardless. But you can be petty and like barely take anything off, clip some little ends of some shit that's probably not even growing from the skin, and they wash their hair, it look like they never even had a haircut, and you potentially lose a client, or you could not. Because some people, a lot of clients look at it like, okay, well, he didn't push me back, but he didn't do enough. Would I want to come back to him, or do I prioritize being crispy instead of getting a mediocre cut? So this is my perfect example of like balancing those two things out. Like, it's natural and it's also crispy. Like my client, he can walk away with this. I hit it with the razor. He gone about his business. He got a nice clean cut. But of course he did want enhancements. I guess like when they see my work, they be wanting the full experience. But I always wait to ask, do the client want enhancement, until I already cut them. I mean, I already lined them up on the front with the natural cut. I already got it crispy. Then I asked them, because now it's like I'm not trying to cover nothing up. You see what's going on. You see how crispy I already got you. Now it's your choice. Do you want to be super crispy, or do you want to rock your natural crispy cut? It's on you. As y'all just seen, I was using the pencil, the magic pencil. I like using the pencil mainly on the side areas, like the vertical bars and the curves, and a little bit behind the ear. Just give it that, like, this still could enhance a natural cut. Like, there wasn't the full enhancements when you just doing a pencil. If you just do it on the side and the curve area, that'll balance out a person that really don't like enhancements, especially if you can get the pencil out good and make it look natural. Like, it's gonna make it even more crispier without the fibers and stuff like that. But of course, we're going in with the fibers because, like I said, my man, he wanted the full experience, and we adding it in. And guys like this with the waves and stuff like that, I always try to keep my enhancements like natural as possible. Some of the younger guys, they like it very, you know, a little bit heavy on. Like, I got clients that like it heavy and want it super dark and super crispy, and it's really only, I mean, all on your personal preference. But on my guy, I chose to kind of like keep it in the middle, like natural looking, but also like dark enough to where it's filled in all the way around. And it just came out beautiful, man. I ain't gonna lie. On the other side, you know, he got a light area on that side, so I'm gonna have to add enough to where it look even with the rest. And if y'all haven't noticed, I don't like to have a lot of fibers inside my applicator, because when it sprays out, it comes out a little too heavy when it's a lot of fibers inside. So I keep it at a low amount, probably a little more than what I got it at now, and it kind of give me the perfect balance of spraying and like full control of how much I want coming out. I know I say this every video, but man, I'm trying to stay get back consistent on YouTube, more consistent than I ever been. I really just need y'all support. Y'all comment, let me know that y'all watching, ask questions, like the video, subscribe, do all that, and it's gonna just keep me wanting to drop videos. So I know it's on me, but it's definitely on y'all too, on how much game y'all gonna get from me. Now that I got the fibers in, I'm hitting with the holder spray to lock it in. And then I'm gonna come with that blow dry to freeze it. Then I'm gonna go back over the hairline with my Mike Tyson boys, trying to re-crispify it. Even though I ain't got these trimmers no more, I done sold them. Any trimmer that I get, even with my new trimmers, after I set them, they automatically Mike Tyson boys. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, we re-crispifying this hairline. It's also not a word, but I made it up so that it is a word to me, to my barber industry. Re-crispifying the hairline on both sides, making sure it pop, making sure we get that nice little slight edge line to where it still look clean, not that dirty look where it look like a murder scene on your head or the white chalk everywhere. Nah, just a cool, look calm, clean, look slight. You see what I'm saying? head tilter. I mean, not head tilter, but head turner. You see what I'm saying? It's like you walk in the mall or whatever, somebody look past your haircut, then damn, what I just see? Like super crispy, like this, that crispy. Like y'all see what's going on, man. Like I do this every day. Like, you know, I'm in a new city, so I don't get to use enhancements as much because I don't really want to push that on people, and also it's less work for me. But I'm hitting with this razor. Y'all saw how my guy came in, and boom. Just had my boy walking out, blended, splendid all the way around, crispy hairline, got his beard and shit together, you know, low taper, extra crispy.